the 75th White River Water Carnival, we wanted to do something really special. That's a historic number. It's one of Arkansas's longest running festivals, and we've had some pretty big moments that have occurred in that festival's history. Probably the largest was the appearance of Elvis Presley in Batesville, Arkansas in 1955. For folks my age, all we've ever heard Elvis was here at one time and that he was booed off stage and never came back. We don't know if it was jokes that he may have made or maybe even those moves that Forrest Gump taught him. But we want to find out, and we're going to interview some locals to really tell the whole story, and we look forward to bringing Elvis Presley back to the White River Water Carnival.
The summer of 1955, Elvis Presley was at Batesville, Water Carnival. I didn't know Elvis Presley from Adam, but that night my mother wanted me out of the house for some reason. And I came down here not knowing what to expect. And when Elvis came out, girls down front who were sitting in the center started screaming. They started squealing. And I thought, hey, this guy must be pretty good. And he was. He really was. Had two backups, Bill Black on bass, Scotty Moore on guitar. When it was over, things were quiet, thinned out, and I went back behind the backdrop they had for the beauty pageants. And he was back there sitting on the wood rail. It wasn't flimsy, but there wasn't much wood to it. Smoking a cigarette. Fan magazine. They published fan magazines with a bunch of pictures. And they said he didn't smoke, he didn't drink. I don't know if he drinks or drank, but I know he was smoking one cigarette that night. He was very humble. He signed the autograph for me and thanked me. And of course, I think I was just too much of a nerd at the time to strike up a conversation, and I didn't know anything about him. But it was a really neat night.
All right, so here is my brush with fame Elvis story. I know the guy who originally said Elvis has left the building. Yes, that's true. His name was Joe Mascao. He recently passed away. He was a great man, a friend in Nashville. And he was this Italian guy, black suits, black cars, classical Italian. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm terrible at impressions, but he was classic Italian and just a beautiful man and wonderful and wise and all those kind of things. But he was in the Elvis entourage early on with Elvis, and when he was up and coming and becoming a big thing. And their first big event in Vegas, he was there. They did this music, and you know how you see on TV, all the women are going crazy, everybody was going crazy. At the end of the show, Elvis took off out the back. I mean, he was out the door in the car on the way to the airport, and people were just screaming like crazy. And they were like, there's no encore, he's gone. And they're looking around saying, what should we do? And they said, Joe, go say something. And so Joe walks up there not thinking that I'm going to have a phrase that is a catchphrase of the 20th century. He just walks up there and he's giving them information. He says, ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. And he said at that moment, they went nuts. They went crazy. They attacked the stage. All the band and the stage guys had to be running out the back and just destroyed everything. The drums, all the instruments, everything was just destroyed as they attacked the stage because it was such Elvis mania. And so from there on, every time they would have a show, they would send Joe, his name is Joe Mascao, and they would send Joe out there, and they would say, you know, at the end of the show, this is what you've got to do now, because there was such a great reaction. And so he told us that story, and I'll never forget that. I'm sure to hear him tell it was a much better story. But he had a lot of Elvis stories, told about his generosity and things like that. But that was one of my favorites, where Joe Mascao initially said, Elvis has left the building.
Rumor has it that Elvis was run out of town, that he shocked Batesville in 1955. I don't buy that. I don't believe they let him ran out of town, because he was back there long after the show was over, you know, smoking a cigarette, relaxing. Didn't see any other musicians with him, didn't see anything else, but he was just taking it easy. Right by that water. I mean, he could have just fallen over into the water, you know.
with Elvis Presley sometime before he came to Batesville. I was a real country music fan. I was a one-beat guitar player, and my dad played the violin or fiddle as we called it then. And I was into country music really good, with people like Hank Williams, Hank Snow, Eddie Arnold, and so on down the line in the late 40s and early 50s. And of course, I knew about Elvis from some way. I can't recall the first thing that I heard or knew about Elvis. But anyway, the first song I heard him sing was a bluegrass song by Bill Monroe. You know, it was a bluegrass special to me. And one day a friend and I was sitting or standing close by a 55 Chevrolet, nice car, and the radio was on. And here was this singer. I didn't know who it was at the time, but it was Elvis, and he was singing Blue Moon of Kentucky. And I had never heard a song like that in my life. It was different, yet it was something that had a beat to it that seemed to catch my attention. And in my own mind, I thought, this is something that's going to be good. And from that time on, I followed Elvis through his career.
And Heartbreak Hotel came out in January '56, and then it was
Explosion, dude. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was such a close period of time.
Yeah,
he was here, hitting the local spots, and then once he
could sing any kind of song. He could sing a slow song. He could sing a fast song. He could sing a religious song. He could sing a secular song. No matter what they put in front of him, he did a good job, in my opinion.
electricity, even in Las Vegas. When he walked on stage, you could just, it was electric.
Yeah, I mean, it was like that music.
Nobody like it. No, won't be replicated. It'll be a long day.